Hi everyone, welcome to the demonstration video for part 1 of, actually this is for part 2 of homework 2. For part 1, you are just going to model this simple thermal zone in Rhino as a closed polysurface with these dimensions. So after you do that, you're ready for this video, which is going to be covering part 2. So just to show you, this is what mine looks like in Rhino. It's a closed extrusion that I made with the box command, and I made it in this layer called home. You can put it in any layer that you want. And it is, if I go to dimension aligned, you want it 40 feet by 30 feet and 9 feet high. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the homework assignment instructions. So for this part of the homework, we are going to download the weather file that we're going to be using. And you have all been assigned a climate for the first case study, which covers homework 2, 3, and report number 1. So for all of those assignments, you're going to be using the climate that was assigned to you, and you can find the climate that was assigned to you under files in Canvas, and then if you go to assignments, and it's right there under assignments, it's this case underscore study underscore 1 climate assignments. If you click on that, you should see what climate you were assigned to. Okay. So now that you know your climate, let's download some weather files for your climate. So you click here on this link that's in your assignment instructions. And this brings us to climate.onebuilding.org. And this is a website that has, it's a repository for weather files for all over the world. And the cool thing about it is it has recent weather files that we're going to be using. They are TMYX datasets, and they are described here in the website. So to download your weather files, what you need to do is come over to the left and select North Central America Region 4, because all of our climates are in the United States, which are in North America. And then under North America, if you scroll down here, you can select USA. And this is where you look for your climate. And in the homework instructions, I have the climate files. So what this states for every location is the weather station. So this part designates the weather station that you're gonna grab and download weather files for, and the climate time period. And we're using this TMYX. So for your climate, let's say you have Denver, you can just select this from the homework instructions, say Control-C to copy, and then search for it in here by typing Control-F and then Control-V to paste, and then search for that weather station and climate time period. And we are just going to be using, so for the Denver example, there's 3 options, and we are just going to be using this one that is TMYX without the additional years afterwards. Okay, so you can do that for your climate. And I am actually going to download information for Spokane. I'm going to do that really quickly. So to download the files, I'm going to use the Spokane International Airport TMYX zip. So you left click on the files that you want to download. And after you do that, it will start downloading the file. So you can see it downloading right here. And I'm going to extract this. Okay, so that is extracted in my downloads. If you take a look inside of the file that we just downloaded, you can see that there are 7 items, and we're only going to be using 2 of them for our energy simulations. We're going to be using this .epw file. This is an energy plus weather file. And then we're also going to be using this .ddy file, which is called a design day file. So only these 2 are necessary. I'm also going to download, now that I have the weather information downloaded, I'm going to go back to Canvas and I'm just going to download all the files for homework number 2. So I'm going to go to homework number 2, click on this ... left click here, and left click to download. So that is going to download all of the homework 2 files. Open that up, right click on the folder, the zip folder, and say extract all. And I will extract that to my downloads. And if I open it up, you'll see that there is a homework_2 folder, and then there is a grasshopper file. These are the homework instructions, and then there's an output folder with an Excel template for our outputs. So I'm actually going to move this to a different folder on my computer. I'm going to move it to my C drive. I'm going to go to my class folder, go into assignments, and I'm just going to move this homework_2 into 3_assignments. So everything's nice and organized. Okay, and now inside of this, I'm going to create a weather folder. So I'm going to right click, select new folder, and type weather. And now inside of that weather folder, I'm going to put my weather files. Although we're not using a lot of these files, I'm just going to copy the contents of all of them over. You really only need these 2 files, but I'll just move them all over. Okay, so we have downloaded the weather files from this website, climate.onebuilding.org, and we have saved it in our homework 2 folder, and now it's ready for us to run our analysis. I will see you in the next video where we will be running energy simulations and looking at the results.